some genius, but I am a weirdo too.
Have you guys heard this Welcome to Dobbs.Town album by Reverend Negative yet?
Reverend Negative?
Media.
No.
It's P good. I'm gonna have to make a coupon code so like hypercommerce, hypercommunists can get a free copy.
Dr. Fox, when you listen to it, does it make you pee good?
Reverend Negative's music?
You said it was pee good, but does it make you pee good?
Well, you know, I can't measure a lot of my own pee because I go in the dark. It's intentional. I do it that way. So it's kind of a mystery to me. That way I never know if I'm passing blood or something scary like that.
We got a bunch of pals in the game competition.
Yeah, let me see if I can turn the screen around so they'll be able to see everything.
Nice.
There we go. And while I'm not on camera, I'll just take care of one or two of these other things. Let me just take care of one of these things real quick, like right here. Let me just... There it goes.
That is very funny.
What game you guys running through?
All right. Well, let's take a look at it here. Pull up the old Hypercom desktop, and we are playing. We are continuing our saga in Gateway 2, Homeworld. That's Gateway 2 : Homeworld, not to be confused with
the one with 2 colons, not 1 colon.
All right, so I'll go ahead and transition this over. Oh, and the munt box. Got to have the munt box on. There it is. Okay. And go ahead and alt-enter on
munt
this.
is laggy, dude.
It's gonna be.
The music doesn't sound as zippy as I remember it as a kid.
There's no music playing.
I know, but in the streams that I've listened to.
Oh, well, maybe it's just way down or something, or maybe you just have fonder memories. All right.
No, well, mine would be coming through a Sound Blaster, so it would just use whatever DOSBox has.
Which is a Sound Blaster 16 driver.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Oh, this looks pretty sweet.
Which
similar
one?
Similar to that other game.
I think it was just Gateway. It's really close to that other one.
Yeah.
Don't get confused. Is it just Homeworld again?
The Neuromancer game was similar.
Home.
There you go.
There we go. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it's Legend Entertainment. They made a whole bunch of different games.
Time Quest. That's one of them.
Time Quest for an extra day off.
Oh no, we've lost the video.
I brought it down. I wanted to move the
Oh, Eric,
I should just set the there we go. So we're coming back in. If I recall here from the gameplay so far, I am a accomplished veteran of the sciences. I am and I'm a master restorationist. Restorationist, yes. And we after totally kicking ass in the first part of the game, where I found a tuning fork and then took off in a rocket after being chased by terrorists to land on an alien ship that had come into orbit outside of the Earth. And then I traversed the ship and injected a lot of people with needles full of drugs. I did this for hours. And I fought a robot spider, and I melted its face. Then I drove the where did we go? We drove to the ice world in it, And then in the ice world, we saw
You took it back to Earth.
we took the ship back to
terrorists
Earth.
Showed up and stole it, and then you took an escape pod and ended up on the ice world.
All right, and then on the ice
terrorists have
world, we
stolen
found
the
that we found about the Wigglers, the Digglers,
The Diggles.
the Diggles. Good God, how can I forget them? I can feel them here. I'm embracing my inner Diggle, and that sweet Diggle dust that the ice snakes totally vibed on.
Diggle dust.
So yeah, we retrieved the Diggle dust, and then we have navigated to an emergency facility on this planet that has transported me. World's most kick-ass scientists, have a PhD in Kung Fu. I am now on the alien planet of the how do we pronounce it, Cosmac?
You're on the homeworld of the Hichi, which is located inside of a black hole.
And they've told me I can't leave.
Yeah.
So I'm
They're
trapped
like
here
your typical
forever.
Big-headed, smart-ass aliens.
I feel like I'm gonna have to move the Munt reader one more time, so I'm gonna switch over and put it, hopefully, which will be a little further out of the way. But I want it. That's the whole purpose of seeing.
You want to see those little lights blinking as the MIDI goes on and off.
That's the whole flipping point. All right. Hope everybody's ready for the most fun ever. As I type words, and Cosmac is my he's my inner Stone Cold Steve Austin, and will guide me to victory.
Yeah, I have the Gateway to Homeworld official hint book in front of me.
All right.
Both vague hints and specific hints.
So now I just have to. So stuck here in these gardens, I was traversing the gardens on this planet. And I believe I was told that there's even other places that I can fly around to, and that's already daunting. So the game is begging my pardon. I haven't told it what to do now. So let's just go ahead and take all.
The game thinks you have a lot to answer for.
Take everything. Please be more. No, okay. I want to take the mound of dirt. 5 points for dirt. All right. Doesn't clump very well. You uncover a hole containing some seeds. Well, hell yeah. Let's take these seeds. We're going to start a colony of space corn. Or it looks like pictured is...
I wonder what those seeds are.
Probably for more of these space bananas. And then let's take the hole. You can't take the hole. All right.
That's what she said.
You can't take it. You can borrow it. I start reaching over for sound effects. But I'm not going to do that. So I've got all this. I've got my blue coveralls. I'm looking snazzy while I'm doing this.
All the sound effects, Dr. Fox.
Anyway, man, don't be like that. Okay, let's see here. Should I guess just move north? Should I look? Well, I'm up hanging with my bros again in Big Head Town. Look at seeds. Spiny and barbed, not a real pleasure to be toting around. They look dry and rough as well, as if they originated from a harsh environment. This place is pretty harsh, what with all the Brill cream they go through for those 4 heads. 6 heads. Right.
More like turtle wax.
Get up and buff every morning for 45 minutes. At least this is a text adventure with pictures. This is a graphic and text adventure.
They've got some real brain muscles there.
It's almost like being there.
They've got like abs for heads.
I'm going to have to turn you up, Cosmac. I could barely hear you.
Is this any better?
That's a lot better. Right up on
How's
there.
That?
Yeah, there we go. Now we're broadcasting. And then when you disappeared, so alright, I have to walk around now. Now, there's a dark alleyway I wouldn't want to meet on an alien planet, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, there could be some alien thugs down there waiting to
Beat
break
my
your
skull
kneecaps
in.
with
That's
their alien cricket bats.
the rock wall to the north. A doorway opens on a shadowed stairway. Leads down, out of sight. Sounds like my kind of place. Let's head on down. To the sewer with the interlocking doors to keep that fresh juice in. A stream of bubbling sludge divides this chamber lengthwise. A horrible smell wafts up from it, reminding you of ammonia and sulfur. Holes in the wall periodically spew glops of green slime. They drop into the pit and slowly sink into the sewage. On the other side of the chasm, you see an open maintenance shaft. Well, we can either go up or out.
Just try swimming through the sewage, Dr. Fox. What's the worst that could possibly happen?
Take the green slime.
It's only a mixture of ammonia and sulfur and God knows what other alien chemical byproducts.
There doesn't seem to be any green slime here. What it says in the description, but it's not there. This is worse than downtown Martinez. All right, well, let's
Quality
go.
design.
Let's go in. Oh, no, we've gone up to the alleyway. So, no, now we have to go back into the sewer. So what did I do? I went north. Let's try going.
Does that second column show everything you can possibly interact with?
Yeah, that's a list of verbs. And then the middle column,
Okay, so it doesn't list all like the objects in the room.
It's supposed to, but it doesn't always.
So up and north are the same thing. Jeez, come on. South. Okay, go south. Back to the alleyway? Why does everything go that way? There's 3 different ways to go the same way. What about the map? Show me the map. Yeah. So the alleyway, yeah, it's south. But when I went north, did I make it in there? You emerge into a sewer? I'm trying to go down into the sewer.
There's like a crowd of aliens standing around watching this crazy human walking up and down the stairs to the sewer drainage.
With each step, you notice a
wondering what
nasty
the hell
smell
is-
gradually getting
what the hell is
stronger.
wrong with
You emerge into a sewer. Okay. Okay. Let's try it again. Okay. North. Because that's what it said on the map. It looked like the next place was north. Finally, okay, we're in the sewer. You put one foot into the sewage, it starts to get sucked into the putrid stuff, and you carefully pull it back.
Yeah, maybe not such a good idea.
You put 1 foot in, you put 1 foot out, put 1 foot in, and it melts the
And
fuck
then
off.
it's gone.
Then
Yeah.
it's gone. All right, so we'll come back when we have acquired the alien stick.
Alien's dick?
.com.
There is no alien dick in this game.
Aliensdick.com.
Are
You don't
do
need to
these
use
guys
the word
have like
dick.
those ovipositor penises? I say guys openly in the alien term, but
Hey,
they
there's a
you like
street
they
preacher
lay
here,
an
Dr.
entire egg during intercourse.
There's a street preacher here.
You stand on You stand on a crowded walkway. Buildings are all around, and the streets wander between them. The streets wander. Wherever you look,
Sure, why not?
Hichi bustle back and forth, pushing and jostling you. The streets widen here to form an open square. In the center, Hichi speaks to a gathered crowd. You see exits to the north, northeast, east, and northwest. You step into a crowd gathered around a colorfully dressed Hichi. He seems to be in the middle of a speech. The speaker says, Starigma
wasn't just an ancient priest of a long dead religion. He was a prophet in the true sense of the word.
Can I take literature? Take
Ask Prophet for pamphlets.
ask.
Oh, this is gonna take a dark turn. You're gonna become a Scientologist.
Well, I'm already
An
on
alien
planet
Scientologist.
Xenu. Obviously, Scientology is working for them. That's the whole idea. Xenu wanted to keep it all to himself. He was gonna
these are
charge
worms
people
sucking the
for
human
it.
soul.
Each one of these aliens is a cylinder. I'm gonna take a bite of this. Okay. Talk to Prophet. He's a prophet. Okay.
Is he a prophet? Yeah, he's a prophet.
A profitable prophet.
Not if he's on the streets of this planet. Krusty, do you wanna read the speaker waves his hands and says,
Stigma about the enemy as in the verses. But the Hichi had no enemies when he was alive. Was he speaking in metaphors? Or did he glimpse the future?
fantastic. I'm glad you're here.
I'm guessing it was B. He glimpsed the future.
You can do that
But
in this.
maybe also A.
We're already on a city inside a black hole. And like somebody would be like, that's impossible. Come on.
An alien city. Yeah.
Spoke about the enemy in his verses. The Hichi had no enemies when he was alive. Or did he glimpse the future? But he's ignoring me. What if
Are you an enemy of the Hichi, Dr. Fox?
I identify as like pro Hichi at this point because I don't seem to have any grudges to hold against them other than my... What am I doing here on this planet? Giving lectures all the time?
Yeah, because they don't want you to go back to Earth and let everyone know where their black hole is because they're hiding. Because they're wimps.
It's obvious to even those Hichi who do not want to acknowledge his wisdom that Sterigma foretold the assassin threat. Take, for example, the second verse of his collected prophecies. Alright, so just talk, keep talking. I forget all the shortcuts.
Probably just gotta wait for him to finish.
Keeps ignoring me.
This particular little thing that you're reading right here is important.
I had a feeling it was.
They will come, the dark ones will. Upon black wings will they ride the sky. Knives of fire will fall. Boiling seas will flood the farmlands. And stone will crack from hammer blows. Then will the void open to accept us. Protect us.
Give me one more.
You gotta listen.
Continuing to ignore me, he is totally engrossed in his speech.
His words were more prophetic than he knew. The parallels were uncanny. Each line speaks of disasters that have happened to the worlds that resisted the assassins. We know this from the remnants of these civilizations that are no longer.
Continuing to ignore me. Totally engrossed.
Only point to our exodus into the black hole. There are too many similarities to ignore.
Ask for prayer oil. Oh, we don't need to use the word prayer in this game.
This is a PC game.
That is.
You're not allowed to pray. Can you pray? Try praying.
It's not very PC. It's telling me I can't pray. This is exactly the game that Obama wanted us to play.
It says you can use the word prayer, but can you try to pray? Just like try praying. Just do pray.
Oh shit! It works.
Well, it made you feel better.
Kind of, yeah. Doesn't it make you feel better?
But now the speaker continues.
Feel better.
Therefore, we must assume that Sterigma had some unexplainable knowledge about the future. His further verses should guide our progress. Why ignore a warning from someone who has seen the path upon which you walk?
You didn't know you were going to sign up for something where you're going to have to read like the next 4 paragraphs worth of shit. But yeah, we're going to run you through
I'm not
it.
sure how much of this is important, but
How much of it is it? Well, obviously, well, it's just like any other game. When we get back to the first sentence, then we'll know we're done. Or it just says he has nothing else to say.
Right? He stares and waits for you to do something.
Well, we did pray, but it looks like we were still ignored. But we can But we can accept that the words that he told us while we were praying is what we needed to hear.
What happens if you just type listen?
Can you look at his medallion? You hear the voice of the Hichi speaker straining to be heard over the murmur of the crowd. He says,
Now the 5th verse of this prophecy clearly tells us our direction. Listen then to the way you should live your life.
Good hold. Good maintain. Good maintain.
keep it together, people.
Oh, man. All right, so he's still got the 5th verse of his so he's going to keep going. All right, so I think we've got something. But we
116 verses
of chapter 1. All right.
Yep. There's a puzzle that you have to read. He basically recites an entire book, and you have to figure out this. No,
there's gonna be a quiz.
No, I totally believed it. I totally believed it. All right, I'm gonna move north to the city streets.
You stand on a crowded walkway. Buildings are all around, and the streets wander between them. Wherever you look, Hichi bustle back and forth, pushing and jostling you. You see exits to the east, south, and west.
I have these seeds. Buildings and seeds.
Okay, now here's a question I have for everybody. See this one Hichi standing there, and he's got something he's looking at.
He's got binders full of Hichi women.
Here's my question for you.
Is that a trapper keeper?
Is it A, a binder, B, a newspaper, C, a laptop?
It's a
D,
Playboy magazine.
Combination of all the
He's
above,
looking at
like
the centerfold of. He's looking at the center of.
It's I'm pretty sure it's a bird. It's a flying bird that he has captured.
Oh.
And stretched out into a square shape.
He's pulling it nice and taut. That's what they do.
Taunt. That's not a word you hear every day.
Not with birds. Not with poultry. Taut.
T-A-U-T. Out.
U-T? No E at the end with a little with a winged gizzard.
That might be a French word. Taute.
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 Taute. Verite.
Meanwhile, as you stand in the middle of the alien street.
Ask for binder. Okay. Well, where do I go to give my lecture? I want to learn everybody up. Look, this guy, he's got his too.
Yes, to the west, you see a sign pointing to the place of moving. You see exits to the northeast, southeast, and west.
The place of moving?
The place of moving? I thought you just made that up.
Yeah, it's the U-Haul rental.
Nice. We're gonna head down into the tram center.
Is this like a special edition? What is this?
Into your microphone, Cosmac.
Immediately grabs your upper arm and guides you towards one of the many trams sitting at the loading platform. He grimaces and places you inside.
We're in.
The car he's chosen for you makes the escape ship you spent so much time in seem roomy. It feels like you're strapped in for an amusement park ride. When the car takes off, you're thankful for the support. Its acceleration is incredible. It speeds over one of the many corkscrew avenues, sometimes even looping end over end. Before you know it, however, the car comes to an abrupt halt. The door opens, and another attendant helps you exit.
Suddenly you're in Half-Life.
Pretty much.
I didn't have anything to follow that up with. That was it. Half-Life totally ripped off this game.
Welcome to the Hichi Mesa Research College.
We're on the quad.
Quad of a large
quad.
Yo, bro, you want to go about back and do some tether?
There's some lecture halls and a theater and stuff. A uniformed Hichi strides up to you and says, "Welcome to the place of learning. I'm here to see to your needs and assure your presence at the scheduled lecture. If you accompany me to the waiting room, you can prepare for your upcoming talk."
He's waiting for his hacky sack to fall from the sky. That's why he's got his hand up like that.
Check out their robes, dude. It's pretty,
Those are official learning robes. That's what they give you when you're ready to start expanding some of that gray matter. Expand it. Spruce.
Sleeves that big.
Yeah, well, you can tell because the Hichi like to keep a lot of shit up their sleeves.
It's like he lent it to Popeye for a day.
Tricks.
Those darn Heechee. That was one of my favorites back in the 80s. Those darn Heechees. I feel like we're gonna end up walking away with a slur at the end of this game. Like we're gonna start calling
Jackson
people
sang about
Heechees.
these guys.
Are the
quite a
Heechees
bit.
gonna turn on us, Cosmac? Can I use Heechee as a slur? Okay. I don't have anything in this here. Take the door. Okay.
You can't take that door, man.
Let's.
You
All right.
just can't take it.
I'm afraid you.
Each intercepts you and says,
I'm afraid you cannot wander off while you're on the campus. My job is to see that you either get to your lecture or return home. My apologies.
"Yeah, yeah, you got to do something about this escort eventually.
Okay.
But for now, you got to go to the lecture hall."
Jesus, who's using a fax machine?
Throw seeds at no.
What the hell is Krusty doing?
Blending.
He's welding.
Printing on a dot matrix?
Shaving. Shaving excess.
He's running a trimmer over his nether port.
Welcome to Mooseport.
He's making himself look like one of these aliens.
All right, so let's go east. The guard's abdominal muscles ripple, and he says, "I hope you can return for your scheduled lecture."
Damn.
Through his robes,
What kind
It's
of
like
award
it-
is that?
he's got a 9-pack under there. He's got a 10-pack. He's got an extra one on the regular Heechee. What, they just shove
Well, I
me
guess
back in the
Just
tube?
goes back to the speed
Slams the
tubes.
door shut, sends you back through. You jerk into the next city.
Yeah, this just takes you back to the city.
Well, I was trying to go. I was trying to do. Well, let's go back. We'll be
You
nice.
should look around again and figure out what the directions are.
That's cheating. Ba-ba-da-da-da.
It's not cheating to look. He gestures to the door to the south.
To the lounge. He's gonna show me his. Oh wow.
This is a small waiting room outside the main lecture hall. The door to the north opens onto the quad. And another to the
goodness.
west looks as if it leads into the hall proper. Next to it is a dim light. Most of the south wall is occupied by a window. You only see one chair, regrettably with the uncomfortable pyramid indentation. The only other furnishing is a simple table. Your escort follows you into the room and gestures towards the chair.
Please be seated. You have a while to collect your thoughts before your next lecture.
The guard wanders over to a large window and stares out at the campus grounds.
There's a pyramid on the chair.
Well, there's like, okay, so like, they got these pods that they wear, which are like sort of alien fanny packs.
Okay,
And
I'm
they're
sorry. I have to do something about that. So yeah. I couldn't hear anything. He can let us.
How does that sound?
I didn't know what he was doing, but we'll check in with him later.
Who's doing what?
It was Krusty doing whatever it was. He was just
Oh,
shaving.
You can't hear it. You can't hear yourself with the sound of.
All right, so I've got a chair with a hole in it. So I just dangle balls through chair. And they're gonna hit me under the chair with a knot of rope.
Oh, like James Bond.
Oh my goodness. It's such a closed room.
See, showing off them leg, trying just slutty alien robes.
Do you like what you see?
All right, well I guess I'll sit in my chair.
You're
I should've-
now on the chair.
We've made it. 5 points. All right, now let's stand up. I'm off the chair. I had to narrate that part. I'm going to sit on the table.
This is no time to rest. Your escort leans on the window, looking rather weary. He quickly pulls himself upright.
And there was also a guard in here, correct?
I believe the escort is the guard.
The guard wanders. The guard wanders over to a large window and stares out at the campus grounds. I've seen many things here. Terrifying things. The revolt of Hichi State in 1988. We killed 13 students that day. They didn't want mashed potatoes on the lunch menu. Very strict about their diets here.
I've seen so much.
Oh, so hold on, my headphones are screwing up.
The architecture in here is pretty weird.
So I just sit. Okay, but it's no time for resting.
Well, you could wait.
I could wait.
You're supposed to wait till the light turns green.
Sit. I'm gonna sit on the chair again. Then I'm now on the chair. Now I'm gonna wait.
The light turns green. The Hichi produces a container that looks like a thermos and opens it. A waft of steam escapes as he takes a swallow from it. A confused grimace plays over his face, but it seems to be a Hichi expression of pleasure.
It's the 420 light. Yeah. Where do I get one of these thermoses?
Oh, yeah, I needed that.
Everyone.
This author really likes the word waft.
Waft?
That waft.
Waft. Okay, so now I take thermos.
Your escort stops you from taking his thermos.
I'm sorry, but I need this to stay awake.
He's a terrible, terrible drug addict alien.
Green light's on.
So, like, are those his pants, or are those, like, you just...
Shit,
some
his
real
ass!
high fucking...
Check out that flat ass.
Hug the escort. You run your fingers over the escort and feel nothing unusual.
Yeah. And he just puts his thermos down and turns back to the window as if nothing happened.
Yeah, there's nothing unusual about touching that
Running your fingers over that escort.
There's nothing unusual. Nothing. Nothing.
Sorry, I'm
really not one for small talk. I'm not one for small talk.
Yo, you should go west.
Oh, I can go in now?
And now you, because
No, it's almost time. The lecture hall is ready to receive you, but we must observe the schedule.
Try go in escort.
Go in escort. You can't enter the escort.
You can't enter the escort. No.
It was just the natural progression of the story. I thought the game just spawned like 5 paragraphs.
I thought we solved it for a second there. We've done it. Your Hichi escort pulls a small object from inside his uniform, looks at it, and declares, "It's time to go."
It's time to go.
Yes.
The Hichi will have gathered by now, and the mass mind hookups will have been made.
He opens the doors to the west and hustles you through them. The lecture hall is immense. It's filled with chairs, which are in turn filled with Hichi. Though you've become accustomed to interacting with the aliens in groups of 2 or 3, the experience of addressing such a large population of them is somewhat unnerving. You also notice the projectors are set in the domed walls and ceiling. The disembodied heads of even more Hichi float in front of them. You only presume that they are ancient ancestors of dead Hichi whose personalities have been copied into electronic storage. Isn't this fun? Your escort leads you across a bridge and onto a dais suspended above empty air. He leaves you there. Thousands of Hichi eyes, both organic and electronic, bore into you. For the moment, all you can do is stand motionless. After a few nervous stutters, you address the assembly.
I'm gonna walk. Yeah, I walk calmly up and say, Amadeus, do. And I introduce to them rock.
Check it out.
All right, whip it out. Who's okay, fine, I'll do it. Thank you for attending. As you already know, I am a human from the planet Earth. Although you have just discovered our existence, humans have known about the He-Chi for many years. We have used artifacts that you have left scattered throughout the galaxy to enhance your own technology. By all rights, we owe much to you. You've played a large role in the scientific evolution of our species. And then there's... Oh, he's just gonna lick boot.
And so on and so forth.
I'm not such a alien bootlicker. They won't let me leave. My own adventures led me to the shield generators that you left behind.
Yeah, that was in the previous game.
Then I used the virus program.
You didn't even do that. You're a fraud.
Things have changed. Some humans are not known for their good sense.
Yeah, none of them are.
The events that led me to come here, you are interrupted.
You're interrupted.
By an official-looking He-Chi? How do
Wait,
you
this
get
is-
more official than hovering godheads?
Well, they're not all official. They're just dead.
They're just local reps. That guy on the
They're
right's
just the
having a
ones that are dead
blast.
that have
Look
been-
at
had their
him.
brains scanned and turned into computer programs.
Afraid that we have run out of time. I'm sure that the human will tell us more at this next lecture. But until then, we are finished.
How come the aliens look like big-headed aliens, but their computer-generated floating head representations are like weird, spooky heads?
Like they
They're
got
all-
them from...
They're
look
very
like human
dehydrated
heads.
right now.
What's that all about?
That
They've
is
not
a
been
don't get
drinking
it.
their.
point. Well, they were ancient ancestors. They hadn't evolved the big lobes yet up front.
You step down from the dais to the sight of thousands of He-Chi flapping their wrists. You hope that it represents applause. Soon you pass through the doors into the lounge and breathe a sigh of nervous exhaustion. You discover your escort waiting there. He gestures to the north door.
I will escort you back to the place of moving now, so that you can rest at home. See you there, sugar plums.
Apparently, the He-Chi are super flamers.
Just hug the escort.
They're aliens.
Okay.
They're all flapping their wrists.
Quit
like,
running
man.
your fingers over that escort,
This
Doctor.
is how I
Fox. This
say
isn't that type of
goodbye.
game.
That's how I say goodbye. This guy's just gonna follow me out.
You don't need to say goodbye in this game.
Although I'm stuck here, so I guess I just go home and rest now. Oh no, go back into the... I have to sometimes... I wish this was a multi-screen game, so I had one screen that was just the stupid map. Alright, and then, so how do I get out of here? East.
The guard sees you safely to the terminal. They put you in the tube.
We're going
There you
to...
go.
Yeah, the He-Chi Hyperloop. The He-Chi Loop. That's what we can call it now. Elon Musk and Richard Branson totally ripped off the He-Chi loops. I could believe that Richard Branson would do it. He's probably like a big text and graphic adventure gamer. That makes sense. That's why he's insane. Okay. Crowded walkway.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a large set of doors to the east with a sign that reads Place of Seeing above them. The doors are open.
Check out go to the place of seeing. That sounds fantastic.
The high-ceiling chamber is topped by a metal dome. Although the room is filled with all sorts of He-Chi equipment, the focus is obviously on the tremendous telescope. The place of seeing seems to be more of an attraction than a laboratory. Signs are located about the room with instructions, and you see no loose instruments. Everything is secured in place. You see a telescope here.
Okay.
You mean the one that the room is obviously centered around?
Yeah, you see it?
Or focused on, sorry.
I'm just gonna look at it.
You do see it because I told you see it. The telescope is attached to a mechanical arm which can swing across the length and breadth of the ceiling. This gives the telescope access to the entire sky. The controls are very simple. They consist of a digitized display of the stars above and 5 buttons which identify and locate the 5 major constellations. They only got 5, huh?
5?
Bunch of losers.
Well, it's just the stars that they brought with them into the black hole, so there's not that many.
They brought the good ones.
Yeah, just their favorite ones.
Yeah, we should probably be surprised that it's as many as 5.
Digitized display.
Yeah, that doesn't seem,
I recommend you wait here, or do something here, to pass the time. The doors to the place of seeing slide closed. The room gently shifts and begins to rise.
Guess you're gonna have to wait some more. There's a lot of waiting involved in this game.
Isn't that fun? Virtual waiting. It's 9:43 on a Sunday morning, and
Time
people still
passes
came out.
as your body accustoms itself to the upward motion of the room. A guide thing rises from the floor and speaks.
Wait, guide thing?
A guide thing. Yeah, you know, it's like a robot.
Like a
Greetings.
guide,
Yeah, it's a robot that guides you. It's
like
a guide thing.
like a thing that guides.
Yeah. What's not to understand? Do you want to do the voice of the guide thing?
Greetings, welcome to the place of seeing. Please do not be alarmed by the room's motion. If you have made this trip before, you know that we are traveling up to the surface to get an unobstructed view of the sky.
What the hell's the sky in a
That was
black
that
hole?
one. I just pulled that one on my ass.
It's a pretty good one.
I don't even know what that was.
Gizmo duck, right?
Time passes. A few of the Hichi with you begin to look around nervously. One of them asks, "Will the ceiling open up to the sky?" The guide thing responds.
Do not be alarmed. Although the dome will cover open, the transparent shield underneath will remain to protect us from the elements.
Okay. There are other people in here. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're just off camera. There's one guy behind the telescope. You can't see him from this angle.
What about that lift tube, huh?
Coffee.
That's what I need.
Another Hichi speaks up. What if the lift tube? There's all that space underneath us. What if we drop? The guide thing swivels to point towards the Hichi.
The lift is a place of seeing. I forgot. I fucking lost the accent. I forgot what I was fucking doing.
Okay, Scoops.
Make up another one.
The lift for the place
would
of
never
seeing has
stop me.
impeccable safety standards, along with the brakes, a variety of other spell saves, it boosts the gravity lens, and the ultimate backup. Sensors placed throughout the shaft will detect any object that's falling faster than the safe. They will uncover and actuate the lens at the bottom. So you see, even if all the safety measures failed and the place of seeing somehow went into free fall, we would land at the bottom safely.
Gee, I'm sure this information will be
Isn't
won't be
pertinent
useful at all.
at
Totally
all.
not Chekhov's gun, it's just bullshit.
Time passes, the room settles, and you feel your stomach jump a bit. The dome ceiling peels back to reveal a bright sky. The brilliance comes not from daylight, but from an uncountable number of stars.
versus a countable number like 5 constellations.
They only had 5 constellations.
Right, but there's only 5 constellations, but the stars are uncountable.
It's an infinite number of stars within those 5 constellations.
It's just annoying.
You should try using that telescope while you can.
Use.
Honestly, if it's above 30, it's uncountable for me, so.
Try examine telescope.
You know, if the game is smart enough to say, please say that away, don't you, whatever.
How smart is the game? Game's not that smart. The telescope is attached to a mechanical arm.
Try pushing a button.
Are there any buttons?
There's
Wait,
like
what-
a display.
There's a guide thing.
There's
Use
a digitized display.
use
There's all
guide
sorts of stuff
thing.
actually happening right now. As any child knows, the Hichi entered into the black hole. They brought thousands of stars and planets to keep them
The
company.
guide
not as much
thing
as see above
is a
you.
small Hichi-made robot that hovers about 3 meters in the air. It has no appendages, just proximity sensors and a speaker.
this information is useless, isn't it? Like everything the game feeds you is just
Not all of it. Some of it you need to know to solve the puzzles. Anyway, you should be able to look at the display or like push a button or do something.
Well, that's what I was trying to do. It was like, well,
Examine display, maybe?
There's no display.
There is a display, it's just not in the list.
Oh, man.
There you go.
Here we go. All
Are
right.
you gonna play Space Quest 4?
Dude, you be trilling. You be trilling, bro. Manok. Hand of Fate.
I hope you're writing these all down, Dr. Fox.
Oh, come on. I forgot that it was one of those games. Make sure my pen works. Okay, here we go.
Well, just to save yourself the trouble of coming back.
Brilliant. Monarch!
These are all like anagrams of the developers' names, right?
The Big Dipper. What is that? Estimus?
Asthma.
They all
Is that
have
when
ads.
you can't stop coughing out of your butthole?
It's an anal sneeze.
Sounds
What is-
painful.
Viable. Viathrogra.
All right, so I've gotten these 5 things. I've written them on my own slip of paper this time, not a slip of paper
Did
that
you
the
draw
game
pictures
gives.
of them?
No. Let me see. See, I've done that in the past, and you're like, that's not really important. You just really need to know this part. This part I have to know.
I'm trying to help you, Dr. Fox.
No, I know. You have to help me. Otherwise, this is going to go on for years. We will never finish this game.
Game was
Do I
not
need to
meant
put, like, how many stars there are in them, too? Okay. This is good.
No,
This
I
is
think
good
it's just the
radio. This is Manok, the Winn-Dixie checkmark logo.
Oh.
And Wares. They pronounce the O and the E like a W.
Oars.
Ears.
No, because that would sound
Oars,
too
it's
much
clearly
like
a pair of
boring.
oars.
It's like your deers. Ears de veers.
Oars divorce. Asthma. I think asthma is the
Yeah,
important
it looks
one.
like an inhaler
Yeah.
or a little hat.
I could just eat you boys right up.
Just look at your little hat. And Viath, which looks like a
Viath con Dios, my child.
Winn-Dixie shopping cart. It's got big Winn-Dixie fans.
The shopper in training for the kids.
The Hichi.
The Hichi. They love that Czech brand soda. They did a funnel
Who
cake
doesn't?
soda once. I did get that. It
I
was,
think that's literally all you get out of this location.
oh, thrilling. Let's hit the do button.
I
Okay.
beg your pardon.
Win game.
You don't need to use the word win in this game.
Yeah.
Type of win game.
So I guess it's dance wildly.
Dance
Okay.
You
magic
don't need
dance.
to use the word wildly in this game. You move your limbs spasmodically for a few seconds to an invisible tune that only you can hear.
Congratulations.
Ugh, come on.
Please say that another way or try something else. You don't need to use the word breakdance in this game.
Oh man. Oh, Krusty left. I felt bad. Hold on, I'll tab over, and if he comes back in, then at least he'll be unmuted. He had me going there. I loved his Hichi preacher voice, but I couldn't do it with the shaving. I don't know what
No,
he
that
was doing. And I don't know whether or not that was intentional, which makes it
That
kind
was
of
me.
funnier. That was you?
Yes, that was me.
His light was like, you fucking did that? You did that.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
made...
I'm the fucking preacher voices and the stupid robot thing that told you about the thing.
All of those?
Yeah.
I thought Krusty.
Yeah.
I thought Krusty's
didn't
light.
talk at all.
Krusty's light was lighting up. I thought I was hearing Krusty's
Yeah,
voice
'cause
for
he
the
was
first
shaving
time.
in the
Because he
background.
was shaving.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well now I don't feel as bad.
Fuck Krusty. Fuck him. Don't ever come back, Krusty. You're banned. Just
What?
kidding, Krusty. We love you.
No, come on time for the show
Who
and
is
shave.
Krusty? Do you know?
No,
Send
no.
your
I have-
answer
I have-
to
I have
Peas.
Yeah, call Peas at... Does anybody have Peas' cell phone
6428
number
Adobe
that we can
Peak
just give
Drive.
out right now? That's the incentive to watch these shows. Nobody's
Las
going to watch
Vegas, Nevada,
this.
8-9.
But we're totally going to dox Peas on this show. We're going to give out his address.
Number
You
is
wouldn't...
55782. And routing number 5382.
Dude, all you got to do is just ask him to like, hey man, could you call me? You know? And just be like, hey, I want to talk to you. You just say whatever. You know, it's like, no, I really appreciate, I said you go through your usual spiel. You know, it's just I was upset because I was leaving and everything, but man, you're really cool. You're like my favorite. You're like my favorite piece. And then you'll have his cell phone number. And then you can put that out on the internet. You can put that on the next episode.
Did you just tell me to come on time to the show? Or were you... What?
To shave. Come on time for the show to shave.
Shave.
The domed ceiling
Time
closes
for
and the
shave.
telescope returns to the center of the room. We'll be descending now, says the guide thing. Please stay still until we reach the bottom.
Praise guide thing.
Pipe, don't stay still.
The room slows and then stops, and the doors slide open.
Thank you for coming. Please exit through the doors. Por favor, man. I can't say it in Spanish.
What's that fucking New York voice? It's the, stand clear of the closing doors, please.
That's the New York voice?
Yeah, have you ever been on the New York subway?
Yeah.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Is that how it sounds?
Yeah,
Kinda.
pretty
Yeah.
similar. It's like, stand clear of the closing doors, please.
We had Cosmac and I took a train out of New York, and on the on the way out, there's a guy basically doing like this like King Kong ride spiel as we're leaving. He's got the jokes. You know, it's like the second to last train of the night, so it's just they're cranking through, and he had me rolling. It was great.
Yeah.
That was a dream.
I remember that
That's a
guy.
dream job for me, just
He
razzing
had
people
the
on the
batter
train.
down.
He
Posted it
did.
to the Cheddar Cube.
He did. All right. Well, I can't open that because if I do
Closing
that,
doors, please.
if it's, I'll tab over and then we'll have to watch my screen change out for the next 5 minutes. All right. So let's leave. Let's go out. Let's get out.
You exit through the lift doors back into the city.
I immediately need to give a lecture about how amazing that elevator was. They need to know.
It was a giant elevator with a telescope in it and a dome.
I had never seen anything like it before. I had never seen anything like it before. All right, let's see here.
Oh,
Kind thing. Okay, it's the later. We're back out on the city streets, the big rough streets of Heechee City. Big Heechee. God willing.
Chi Town, as it's known.
come on, Jake.
All right, so that's
It's
the
Cheatown.
place of seeing the city hangar. Now, wasn't I able to fly my rocket around?
Yes.
Should I be doing that yet?
Maybe.
Maybe. I've got the seeds. I've got
There's a
the
lot
seeds.
of different things you can do right now.
Oh, is it
You could
open
go back to your
world?
quarters, or you could give another lecture.
Tell them about how cool. There's my quarters.
Yeah, kiss some more Heechee butt.
Riding down the Hypercube. Gonna get in a groove. Everybody wants to get in a Hypercube.
Yep. You're back at the quad. They take you to the lounge,
That's a quad,
asking for you to wait for your next lecture.
Oh, he didn't have his
And then
thermos
you gotta
yet.
hit that old Z key.
So I need to spike his coffee.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the green light wasn't on.
Man, these guys love thermoses.
Sure do. You dump the seeds into the
What?
Uh-oh.
Date rape alert! I'd wait.
All the seeds? I put all the seeds in the drink?
You got no choice but to
The
wait.
seed into the escort's drink.
Offer thermos.
What do you want to offer the thermos to?
Offer
I'm
thermos.
carrying
To...
the thermos.
Here, try that. I don't have the. Okay,
You don't have the thermos.
Told you. No, he's already drinking. Wait, what?
Yeah, no, he stops you and says, I can't let you take this. I need it to be awake.
Well, he's gonna. You just wait. Wait, he was gonna drink it.
Just
Just
put
wait.
some random seeds that you dug out of the hole in the ground. that
He's
you
gonna
burned
drink it.
with
He's
the
gonna
orange
pass out because the
thermos.
seeds are gonna. Yep, there you go.
He
Spits
grabs
out a
it and
few
takes a big
seeds.
swallow. A bizarre expression contorts his face, and he spits out some seeds.
Oh man, where'd you get those seeds? Let me pick those up for you.
You take
Wait.
the seeds.
He's not concerned that there was seeds in his drink.
I didn't know you could do that in this game, Dr. Fox. That's funny.
Ask him about the seeds.
Wait, I want to examine the seeds now. Are they still all tough and burry?
I hope so.
Still spiny and barbed. Okay, well I didn't know. Maybe he shucked them
Spit out
for me.
barbed seeds.
He chewed them up. He says, sorry, I'm not one for small talk.
What about the thermos?
The brand thermos. That is one thing that they have adapted from the Earth Society over. Is the thermos brand vacuum sealed. Of course, I guess all of your beverages
There's a
are
word-
in a
there's
vacuum
word for
sealed
that.
container.
When the brand name becomes so recognized that the object is no longer held to copyright for being referred to as the brand thing.
Yeah, earlier
So
the
what-
hypoderm needle was a registered trademark. I want everybody to
Yeah,
remember that.
Band-Aid as well. What is a thermos? What is a thermos if not a thermos?
For 400.
Like, well, seriously though, what do you call a thermos if it's not the brand name thermos? Like, what?
Call it an insulated beverage container.
Installated beverage container.
Yeah, or a
Yeah.
cup.
A fucking cup and a lid.
See, to me, it implies, yeah, that there's a cup on the top.
But there isn't. He lost his cup. He has like the Little Mermaid thermos, but he doesn't have his cup on top.
Ask him about the thermos.
You don't want to talk to me.
Guy doesn't want to talk about it. Ask him about the meaning of life. I want to make fucking small talk. Jesus.
Yeah, for a guy who was just the escort for the first representative of an alien race, he sure isn't interested in being the escort for the first representative of an alien race.
Show seeds to escort.
Maybe.
That's
That-
very nice.
Show window. Show escort to window.
You don't need to use the word marriage in this game.
Yeah, that's life.
You give the Hichi a little peck on the cheek.
Wow.
He recoils in horror.
Are you trying to eat me, human? I assure you that is not acceptable behavior here in the core.
Wow.
Don't try to eat the dude, man. That's not.
Yeah, because the way I dissuade a cannibal is by
That's
saying that's not
behavior.
acceptable behavior.
Not in the core.
That'll stop them dead in their tracks.
Outside of the core, you know, anything goes. But what happens outside of the core stays outside of the core.
Guys, next time somebody tries to shoot you or stab you, tell them it's not acceptable behavior. They'll back right off.
This is a gun-free zone. Oh man, let's just keep on waiting.
Now they're gonna shoot us, Dr. Fox.
They're gonna shoot us?
Out of a cannon.
Okay, so there's something you can put in that thermos that'll knock this fucker out.
I would hope so.
What's liquid, the seeds, table thermos? What's in your inventory?
That's my inventory, isn't it? Let me see here.
No, that's
Type
stuff
the
you
letter
do.
I.
You are holding some seeds. You are
Put
wearing
your
a blue
coverall in the
coverall.
thermos.
They wouldn't even give me a rope. Or is that what I'm wearing? One of these
There were a bunch of
Victoria's
things
Secret
added in your
catalogs.
order here, but you
Heechie's
left them all in
Secret.
your order.
Heechie's Secret. Heechie is actually a man.
Try crushing the seeds. What are the seeds again? Examine them.
Spiny and barbed, not a real pleasure to be toting around. Look dry and rough as well, as if they originated from a harsh environment.
There's no other information about the seeds. Where'd you?
Well, there was, but Dr. Fox didn't read it when he was there to look at it, so...
Back at the garden?
Yeah.
And you can't leave this room, right?
Oh, you can. You can
Oh.
leave it anytime you want.
Yeah, I just don't get to give my bitchin' lecture.
Bet you can take those seeds and turn them into something else.
You can take these seeds and shove them, boy!
I think you need to grow the seeds somewhere at some point.
That's kind of what I was thinking, too.
That won't take long at all.
Just gonna keep on chugging.
It's an unending thermos. He never runs out of anything to drink.
They've managed to successfully... Their black hole technology, they now have truly bottomless beverages.
Black hole thermos.
But there is somebody that's constantly brewing it and pouring it into another, into a wormhole somewhere.
What's the there's like a D&D it's like the
A bag of holding.
bag of holding. Yeah, the thermos of holding.
And everybody gets the same, they pour it into the wormhole and it disperses to everybody that buys that brand.
Yeah, there's a big vat of alien coffee. that
Holy
just
shit.
it drains into a wormhole.
Yeah.
We need to stop
And you're
everything
in
we're
the
doing and
little
actually make this happen in real life. Like this, we would be millionaires.
Well, that's what they were doing in the Half-Life game, which they
Right.
totally ripped off from here too.
Well, shit.
This guy can just keep on going. Oh man, do I have to wait till like the next their scheduled
His shirt,
times?
like, what is with his ass being?
yeah.
What is that? Why every time he takes a drink is his ass exposed?
Because he's showing off.
That's a reasonable question, actually.
Okay,
Why
so
is his shirt
when he's
moved?
not drinking from the thermos, he puts the thermos back on the table. And then he walks up and takes a drink from the thermos again. I think this guy has a drinking problem.
It's all he
It's not a
does.
drinking problem. It's a thermos problem.
Thermos
Yeah, no,
brand
sure.
problem.
Oh, Krusty's in SlackTube. He's in the wrong channel.
You must be getting pretty desperate if you're trying to drink a thermos. Well, yeah. Drink from thermos. There's nothing in the thermos that will satisfy your thirst.
Yeah.
Which tonight's show is brought to you by Dr. Coke. Go get a big old bottle of it tonight.
TriologySoaps.com. The soap that will slake your thirst.
TriologySodas.com.
Drink soap.
We need that. We need Triology sodas. This
I can't
Heechie.
wait for the Peas Cum Sock soda.
Did you say we have to try all of these sodas?
All the sodas.
Just try all of these sodas.
Try all of these sodas. Try all of these.
Try all of these soaps. Triology soaps. Try all of these soaps.
Okay,
Why is that not a thing?
I think you should go back to your quarters, Dr. Fox. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to hear from me again. They've had it.
Yeah, go back to the quad.
Phew!
They poured their entire budget into that one cutscene.
Yep.
Which one was it? Here, I think.
So where's your quarters?
Oh, sorry. It's not this one.
Or you could go to the hangar and fly the ship around.
Back to my chroma key set of a house.
Your communications device with the Windows operating system is blinking rapidly. You see a pod here.
Take pod. You take the pod.
Now the pod can also be opened because it's like a little pack that you can sort of carry things in it. You open the pod. There's a cabinet here too.
The harness allows me to wear it on my back. Okay. So I've got a pod. So, wear pod? Okay.
Strap the pod onto your back with the harness.
Okay. Then there was the communicator. So it was examine communicator.
Communicator simple. There's no way to input messages. You only seem to be able to receive them.
But it comes with a USB port.
Yep, information transfer jack. Your standard ITJ.
But now all of a sudden it's just a
Key on the
phone.
phone display screen.
Wait, phones back then had a display screen?
Yeah, but you had to pee on it.
I appreciated your talk and was interested to learn that you were instrumental in the operation of the shield generators. If you could discuss the specifics in your next lecture, I would be most grateful.
The next time I get fucking interrupted by some asshole, yeah, thanks.
Rap pie.
Human, meet me at the campus
Cafeteria at
theater.
3 p.m. alone. I have something to say that might interest you.
At the campus theater? That seems like a bad place to meet.
Yeah, in front of the hollow heads.
There's a cabinet here too. You slide the cabinet door open. Inside you find a silver pouch.
A silver pouch.
Try just taking the pouch.
Take pouch.
Take pouch.
You take the pouch, your score's gone up by 5. Tiny silver pouch. It says sleeping powder. Put the powder into liquid before ingestion. Immediately effective. Use very sparingly. Powder is extremely potent.
Jeez.
Oh, well, that's for the escort.
Wait. Is it?
Yeah.
Excuse me, guys. I have to get some sleeping powder. I'm sure you can handle this game for a few minutes.
Alright, so I guess we have to figure this next part out. This might take a while. Especially if he's not going to help. Okay. So let's just... It's going to go back west, I think it was. Which direction was it, Cosmac? He didn't... He's not helping.
Gone.
Well, he's talking into his headset. Like he's got AirPods in. Shall we go to... Wonderful to see you again. Wonderful to see you.
Lounge.
The guard wanders over to a large window and stares out at the campus grounds. So this guy wants to talk to me at 3 o'clock. But should I put this guy to sleep now?
I feel like putting him to sleep would be time sensitive. Like there's a specific time and a place.
But it
to
said it
put
was
him to sleep.
It was extremely quick acting.
Is this a game that you can lose by making the wrong mistakes?
Well, we can do. Yeah, we can save them. We can save.
Yeah, I would say save.
And this
save
is
it now.
Before the
Knockout
DRD.
juice.
The DRD, the date rape,
Date rape.
the date rape drug. Totally gonna
Dick and butthole.
slick this guy a mippy. So yeah, we'll just
I'm
wait.
sorry, you don't need to use Mippy to complete this game.
Ah, he's got his hot juice out. It's just hot apple juice.
His ass showing every time. Flops the thermos to the table, turns back to the window. So he's not looking. So put powder. What is it? What is it? It's you have to open up. You have to open up the silver bag.
Open
It's the
pouch. Discover yellow powder. Okay, there's the powder. Take
God, have you guys drugged this guy yet? Come on.
Take yellow powder. You touch
that
a
powder tongue and spit it back out again. What the fuck? Okay, pour powder into thermos.
Put powder into thermos. You start to sprinkle a bit of the powder into the Heechee's drink, but think better of it and dump in the entire contents of the pouch. The
Yeah,
heat
that's
of the
thinking
liquid
better
dissolves
of
in
it.
seconds. Your scone is gone up by 10!
Drugs are cool.
Get ready to get fucked, escort.
The Heechee turns back to the table, grabs the thermos, and drinks the remainder of the liquid inside. He sets the thermos back on the table, turns towards the window, and slumps on the floor in a snoring heap. Vape out! Vape out. So yeah, it's just...
He's slowly suffocating, by the way.
There was a reason we put him to sleep, right?
Yeah, so we could go and go play racquetball on the quad.
Like, was there something that guy was preventing us from doing?
Everything.
Going anywhere? So you got to meet somebody in the campus theater at 3 p.m.
Oh, right. We probably should have waited till 3 p.m.
Well, we got a couple
'Cause
minutes.
He's gonna wake up and you could probably do it a couple times. I could probably wake up again and do the same routine because he's a dumbass. What happens if you wait? How do you get to where you're trying to go from here?
Good question. You step up to a massive metal door with a panel of buttons.
What's up, Connect 4?
We just have to put one of those 5 constellations in. That's easy.
Wow, good call.
I wouldn't have thought of that.
Oops.
Don't worry, the guy stays drugged for the rest of the game.
Don't worry.
You basically killed him.
The seeds didn't do it.
That's the way the brain head crumbles.
So I don't know where to go right now. So I guess we'll just wait till
South is the waiting room.
Yeah.
Southwest lecture hall.
Yeah, well, the lecture hall, is that where you're supposed to meet the guy?
No, you're supposed to meet him at the theater.
Oh.
at the theater.
Yep. Theater. Seats in
Oh, there you
circle.
are. Hey, how about that?
Dome chamber. Half the seats are filled with Ichi students. It has holograms instead of real people.
They're much more educational.
Anybody want to read what the theater's saying?
Oh man, are you kidding? I'm dying already.
Dude, I'm enjoying some of this.
You notice that the theater room is dark, save for the flickering column of moving images. Some of the encounters are notable. On a distant planet, they discovered wrist primitive amphibians. They developed known rudiments from native language.
It's hard to do silly voices for more than like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Woo!
Anyway,
True to Heiji law, they constructed a station there and left. It was guarded only by a test. If the creature's intelligence evolved to the point where they could pass the test, untold knowledge waited within.
I would say wait until 3 p.m.
you can do that. But it will merely automatically wait again and again and again. If you want to skip all these messages, you might want to just walk outside and wait there until like 2:58 and then go back in.
Oh, there's gonna be another class. We're gonna watch another class. No, just wait. Just waiting. Oh, no, go back in there. Go back in. I want to go watch the next TED Talk.
Okay, it's getting close.
I want to watch the next Heach Talk.
I think we'll just
Great Discovery, Life, Planet, Blog, Galaxy, Stuff, Things.
Read the book, kid.
Many greet you before they sit down. Now, was I meeting him inside or outside the theater?
Inside. In the darkness of the theater, a figure slips into the seat beside you. Radiance from the column of light flickering over his features. But even as close as you are, you can't get a good look at him.
Oh, I think I got a pretty good look at him.
Its shadowed eyes play over you and then stare straight ahead. My name is Marco Macroterras.
Macropterus? Macropterus.
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 I drive a helicopterus.
And I live in a metropolis.
I am a student here, but I am also a member of an underground religious sect, the White Hand.
Racist.
We sympathize with your situation, and we wish to help. Yeah, they want to send us back to our own country. Hoo-ha! I personally can do nothing, but other members might. Here is the Hand's location. He hands you a black card. Put this into your ship's computer, and it will take you there.
That's a long way of saying he gives you a hand job.
We are quartered under an ancient temple on the ancestral homeworld. Long ago, the temple priests were very selective about who entered. They wished to protect their secrets from prying eyes. Therefore, they made it in their sanctum extremely difficult to penetrate.
Well penetrated.
Only those who were familiar with the elements could do so. Kentucky Jelly. We have kept the locks they left for added security. Interestingly enough, they seem to be derived from Starigma's prophecies.
Right here in front of me, actually.
Second verse specifically, which I have tattooed on my forearm.
The 116th verse specifically.
A rather morbid section to base an entire century system down. It looks at your puzzled expression. Sorry. It is my field of study. I tend to go on about it. Here's exactly what you must do to enter.
And he was immediately disintegrated.
And then you pour powder in his drink and he passes out.
Got a lot of this powder.
When the lights go up, you see your companion.
My
Perfectly.
companion.
He leaps to his feet and strides to the door.
Pain expression.
You're left alone in the theater. Your score has just gone up by 10.
Good old Macroterras. Thank you, Macroterras. You're a true friend.
Macropertus.
Okay, so now let's leave. Getting off of this. Good, I could leave. Automated leaving segment.
Get the fuck out.
Getting off the seat first.
Getting off on the seat?
It was
So
all-
wait, do I need to go over and put like a star code in the button thing?
Not at this particular moment.
Okay, well I've got my slip of paper. We're cheating. Oh no, that's the evidence. We need to leave.
Is that-
Sorry, buddy. Oh come on. What's one more time?
Oh, that's a violation of everything.
You can't feel anything from it. Well, nothing unusual
That
when
was
you run your fingers over.
Definitely date rape.
I get so turned around.
I love that fucking cutscene.
Okay, yeah, let's head back down to. We don't need to do anything else.
Why did they think it was necessary to make a whole other format for taking the fucking tube?
It's
Huh?
They cut away from this interface to go to that glamorous giant shot of tubes in the city and have this dialogue about you moving from space. That's like, is
Well,
it like
they
a
did the
intermission?
No, they wanted to show you full screen art for a second.
It's like here's a break from all the text you've been looking at.
Yeah, exactly.
But also some more text on top of it, just in a different font.
Yep.
Piss on control panel.
That's it.
Random buttons. Let's see what happens. Everything blows up. You're dead.
that guy's screaming. The transport shoots out of the hangar tube and lifts more tubes. The ship weaves through the blindingly bright stars of the core and towards another, more barren world. Oh, you shouldn't say things like that. It's not their fault. You touch down at the base of a rocky hill.
Your mom touched out at the base of a rocky hill.
You can't say that on the internet. A hill blocks the low, harsh sun. The orange twilight illuminates a land of scoured sand and rock. Atop the hill, the silhouette of a strange temple looms over you. Rough stone spires rise on either side of the path that leads up to this temple. Grayish-green vines, the only visible life, are tightly twined around the spires. Your ship sits behind you. A small, metallic object perched on a nearby stone spire seems to wake up. Lights on its face blink as it lifts up into the air. It floats over to you and says, "Welcome all to the ancient site of the Temple of Sterigma. I am the guide thing assigned here, and I would describe this site to you. For you have come to me, the guide thing. I bring unto you the truth." I guess I'll say.
They could have saved themselves a lot of words by just saying it looks like a scene from Star Trek.
It's kind of like a flying tour on cassette.
Alright, well, I guess let's
Cassette.
go in. Oh, no. We were
Another
out.
blue room. Yeah. Sorry, nope. Done with that.
Yeah, so I guess in and up is back that way, so we'll move north.
This poor robot.
No, bringing the robot with me. The temple looks old, far more ancient than anything on Earth. Carved from huge blocks of stone, the work is masterful, but more primitive than any other Hichi art you've
It's
seen.
masterful but primitive. Okay.
The interior carvings seem to follow themes. Each wall concentrates on one of the four basic elements. In the center, a raised plaza contains 4 stone circles. The guide thing floats in place about 3 feet away from you and says,
Although the Temple of Storigma is one of the smaller historic sites of the ancestral homeworld, it is nevertheless interesting, especially because of the beliefs of its builders.
Says the sinister guide thing. Would you go with a guide thing in a box with a locks?
I would not eat them with a mouse. I would not eat them in a house.
I do not like stone discs, guide thing I am.
Try turning the stone discs.
Turn them.
Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn.
Wait, how do they spell discs?
You just used the word discs. You literally just used. You just used the word discs again.
Look at this.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
shit.
Is this full screen like interactive? Is this gonna be crazy? Like,
Click on the discs.
Make sure it's asleep first. Before you go touching it.
all right, now send it through.
What's the one with
Is
the
this
mustache? What is
Minecraft?
that?
This is
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Yeah, this is basically. That's another thing that was ripped off from this game.
So look, so we have the 4 symbols of paper crane, the hammer, the sword, and the binder.
Mm-hmm.
So that was important earlier, Cosmac.
Yeah, the binder is very important to the Heechee.
I'm so glad they took, time to detail all the important stuff.
Preacher talking about shit.
That guy earlier that was talking about stuff,
Yeah.
who read that preacher stuff?
I did.
What was it that he said?
He said that there was stuff going on, and I was not really paying attention. Just read the words.
Yeah, like I don't this is the fun
Yeah,
part
I
of
don't-
the game
I
now.
don't know. All these old games make you like memorize shit.
Well, I mean, there's 4 pieces here, and they can go into 4 positions each. So there's only a total
You just
of
gotta make sure the symbols are pointed upright in the right direction. Like
one. Yeah,
the way you remember the symbols. So like the sword probably goes down, the fire probably goes up, the hammer probably goes down, and the binder probably goes up.
yeah, just like that. And
No,
then-
the hammer the other way.
Wait, this is the hammer, right? The hammer
There you
goes
go.
up.
Yeah, like that. That's probably it.
That's
I
it.
imagine that seems
Enter.
like about right.
Enter.
No.
No?
Enter. Nothing.
I think each one goes to a specific direction, and they're all different.
Oh, look, there's stuff over here and crap like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so you got rocks to the north, you got spires to the west. You got this like elemental garbage chute to the right.
yeah, that does kind of look like a. So what is this? It's supposed to be like a leaf, like a branch or something.
It looks like flames or
It looks like a paper crane. It really does.
I think it's fire.
well, that thing on the right looks like it's flammable, so I would put the fire to the right. The hammer.
Which
breaks
one's the fire? This one?
Stone. Turn the fire to the right, the hammer to the top. The sword would cut through those bamboo shoots on the left, and that little mustache thing would, I don't know, tickle my dick, which is to the south. So try
Nothing.
that.
What an enigma of Sterigma.
I guess you got to go back to the courtyard and listen to the fucking.
We gotta wait for him to come around though. We have to go at
Do you
at 8:14 in the morning and talk to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. How long have we been streaming at this point? 'Cause there's another
So,
show.
30
There's
right now,
another
probably
show
like
coming on. We got a
hour
little
and a
while.
half.
We got a little while. See if we can get past this, and then at 8 o'clock there's Bling showing Free Think Radio that everyone needs to go listen to. The Phineas Narco's doing something all night. We gotta see here. We gotta look. We gotta get up in there. Okay. All right, Cosmac, what do we do? I'm stuck.
Well, you gotta turn the things a certain way to get the thing to do the thing.
Okay, well I'm trying that. So this thing looks like a burb. So I'm gonna point it. You know, that looks like I don't know what this is supposed to be. It looks like a popsicle stick thing. It looks like a bunch of little 10 commandments. I'm gonna point this guy down here. And I'm not sure. This thing looks like a fleur de lis. I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you had the prophecies, you know,
Written down.
If you had written them down.
Who's got time for that?
Nobody.
So do I need to go back and listen to the street preacher again?
You don't have to. I mean, I could just tell you what the answer is, but where would the fun be in that?
It's all of the thrilling that it is right now. Watching me try to determine what these symbols are on here and which way they're supposed to go. Which I feel like I was going in the right direction. I feel like the sword goes to towards this. Looks like a smelting furnace or a pit or something.
The sword?
Looks like a sword. Looks like a sword.
It's a knife, and you're supposed to turn it to the fire.
Turn the knife to the fire?
Yeah.
Do I have to light the fire first? I don't see any fire.
No, but it's supposed to represent fire.
Hmm.
And then the one that we thought was fire, that's like a plant.
Yeah, and this looks like a bunch of crunchy bamboo shoots.
No, the plant should be turned to water.
Oh, really? Well, which one is water? This one up here kind of looks like water, but then...
Say.
But the other one...
It does not say.
Hmm. There we go. We finally opened the luggage.
Nice.
The depression in the center of the floor opens to reveal stairs leading downwards into a giant cavern filled with technology. Alright, they notice me. Let me in. Woo! Excuse me. Modern technology covers the walls, but behind the machines you catch glimpses of the temple's ancient wall carvings. A huge screen on the north wall dominates the chamber. It is currently dark. In front of you there is a long stone table. Behind the table sits a cloaked Hichi. The Hichi behind the table looks up. More. Sup, buddy? My name is Exegesis. 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 My name is Sega Genesis, and I am the leader of the White Hand. What would you have of me? Send me back home.
Like an alien Klansman.
You can't say that on the radio. Are you one of those religious nuts? I am afraid so. Compared to most Hichi, I'm a pure zealot. The public tends to focus on scientific issues and ignore the important things. It's a cool name. What does your name mean? It means the name I entered the hand bringer of knowledge and blast processing. What is the White Hand? It's a Michael Jackson fan club. The Hand is a select group of Hichi, that follow certain beliefs. Although most in the core believe that lifting prolongs life indefinitely. The Hand feels differently. Oh, so it's a bunch of Chads versus Betas.
Bro.
Do you even lift Hichi?
No, what he's actually talking about, I think, is the practice of turning people into computer programs.
.com.
Like those big floating heads, remember?
Oh yeah, well I aspire to be a big floating head. Well, he's going to explain that to me now. His personality is electronically copied into the data space. He functionally exists forever. The Hand, however, believes that this copy is not truly the Hichi that died, only a computer program made to act and react exactly as he did in life. Oh, okay.
Asshole.
What's the difference? Oh, he's gonna tell me the difference. You know, like, you can't do that. Brain in a jar. Sam Hyde the alien. Oh, but there's an important point you've missed. One that will change the face of your religion forever. Oh yeah, I'll tell. Or just tell him that he's full of hooey.
You're full of hooey, Jesus.
You probably wouldn't understand anyway. It's one of those things that humans take for granted. I wouldn't want to impose my society's beliefs on you, though. Please continue. No, just
Yeah, you can't actually get into a
philosophical debate or do you? Got any proof? No. The Hand is a relatively new religion, perhaps only 200 years old, but they're technomancers. You are stranded here. You want to send us? Yeah, get out. Who's eating? I sympathize with your situation, as does the Hand. Now that you have proven that there is other sentient life in the galaxy, the Hichi have no more excuses to remain hiding in this black hole. We are far too insular. At best, we should emerge and aid your race against the foe. Gonna go pick up our guns. Get on out there. Yeah,
now you need to find the 3 components that he needs to make your ship get out of the core.
I knew that. The cohesion field. Thank God. I've needed one of those. And a gravity lens and a nav data chip, which goes great with nav data dip.
Nav data chip and nav data Dale.
Da, 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 da. Oh man. Okay, so it's telling me about it. Okay, I don't need to know about it. Where do you think I might get a cohesion field generator?
Archaeological dig.
Okay. Just goes.
It gives you a card with the code to go to find a field generator.
All right. Tell me about the gravity lens. Where would I get one of these gravity lenses? More common, but doesn't know where to get them. Firmware chips. Which is impossible. So thanks. He's got all this stuff on the thing.
Escape from the core.
I don't think that's saved. Let me just make sure. Okay, they got it. But with that, I'm getting text that I need to go help get this baby in from her day. So I'm gonna go snag a baby, and then I'm gonna get something to eat, and then it's time for Blings' show before my brain melts anymore.
Have fun, man.
All right. Well, thanks for Elvis Martini jumping in and reading. Thank you, Cosmac, for helping me solve the puzzles of the hidden loops.
Yep.
And yeah, let's try and do this again next week.
Yep, we're getting close to the end.
It's coming. We're gonna get it. How many more hours do you think we can do this in? Like another
You think we'll
another
get all
5 or 7 4-hour segments?
Will we get all 1,805 points, or will we only get 1,786?
You know, what is our score? I don't know my score. I've gotten 1,045 out of 1,600 in 904 turns. But half of those turns were hugging people, so they counted.
Can you hug Exegesis here?
He should be open to that.
You
But I
run your
feel-
fingers over Exegesis and feel nothing unusual. These Heechee are real friendly.
They're just friendly enough. All right, I'm going to chow down, get this thing going, get a baby ready for bed, and then we will pick up and we'll get the next, 1045 out of 1,600. Yeah, I would say we're getting close. We should be more than halfway there then, by that, I would hope.
Oh, yeah.
All righty. Well, I'll catch you guys later, or I'll see you over on the Freethink server if you're hanging around, or see anybody else on Hypercom. We're still live streaming, so remember, go to hypercubego.com, click the Discord button, join today. Send $1 to Hypercube Labs, P.O. Box 4304, Winter Park, Florida 32793. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.
Later, Doc Fuck.
Quit. Yes, I do.